In construction, your hands are your livelihood. You just got to protect them. We've been doing work in this area about 6 years. Been in business since 1995. Mostly it's just residential homes and additions. You know, gloves are going to be what you use. There's a problem you have if the gloves don't fit well. You know, you got to take them on and off to do things. You know, you've got to get into nail pouches, things like that. If you can't have that dexterity, you're not going to wear them, and all of a sudden you're going to find yourself bleeding and realize, yeah, I had my gloves in my pockets. It happened more than once. I was introduced to New Market gloves by one of our clients who brought them out on a job site and passed them out, and they've done very well. Everyone's been really happy with them. The mason has been a guy who goes through gloves before lunch. He's had his, I think he laid 2,000 block on this job with the same pair of gloves.
The hand protection I've used in the past is basically gloves that don't last very long. Decent pair of gloves, last a day. Cheap pair of gloves, maybe lunchtime. The importance of hands are everything to a bricklayer. You use them all day long, and it's hard to do this with hurt hands. We were introduced to the gloves. We started doing the foundation here for Scott's house, and he walked out and said, "Hey, I got these gloves I want you guys to try." So we put them on and went with it. The best thing about them is how long they last. One pair lasted the whole job. 2,200 block in the foundation. The gloves fit really well. Dexterity wise, you can put the line up with gloves on, which is usually...
There's nothing that sucks more than having a tool and it doesn't have a good life expectancy. My name is Gavin Culver. I'm a carpenter for Culver Design Build. Everything I do requires my hands, absolutely everything. Any day of the week I could be handling any sort of material that would go into a house. I framed this whole house wearing those gloves. I did help move quite a lot of block for the mason, and for probably a straight month's worth of siding. The type of protection we've used in the past is like just inexpensive gloves, typically like net gloves with a rubber like dip coating or something, almost like a bed liner for a truck. But they don't last nearly as long as these do, for instance. It took me about 4 months to wear out the pair I was given. At the same amount of time, I would have gone through like 3 to 4 pairs.
My name is Sloan Culver. I am the concrete head / carpenter here with Culver Design Build. I would have thought that I would have wrecked the gloves. I caught them up in the trowel machine blades. When trowel machine blades get more worn, you could shave your beard with them. And I just went right across the sharp end of it, and it didn't even scar them. As far as dexterity, they're perfect. With rebar mats and wire, you have to worry about different sharp points puncturing into your gloves and into your hands at any given time that you're just working. And in all the time that I've used these, I've not had any of the issues that I've had with the other gloves that I've used. In concrete, all your tools, you have residual concrete just sitting on them, and they'll scrape up and they just eat the sides of the gloves when you're pulling back. With other brands, I would often be running between 2 and 4 pairs of gloves a week. The New Market gloves, you don't have to sit there constantly worrying about getting cut, any of the common mishaps in the construction concrete industry.
Scott had to fight me for my first pair. He came out and he said, "I need to keep those." He said, "I'll get you another pair." And I told him no, he wasn't getting them. I didn't want to break in another pair. They were so comfortable. I love those gloves. I had the first pair for about 3 months, or a little over 3 months. So they lasted a whole lot longer than any other gloves I've ever bought.
My name is Jamie Lupton. I'm a foreman for Culver Design Build. I've used them from everything from shovel, digging bar, to carrying block, mixing concrete. all the framing, siding, soffit, fascia, metal, so pretty much everything. The protection the Newmarket glove provides is a lot more durable as far as like if you jab yourself or if you run your utility knife across your fingers or something, it doesn't cut through the glove or really poke through the glove and tear your hands up. So the protection is pretty spectacular. I've worn these gloves pretty much from probably day one of this build. So going on 5 to 6 months, I'm on my second pair. Any other pair of gloves that I would have had, I would be on probably the 6th or 7th pair. So these gloves have really, lasted a whole lot longer. It is very important to protect my hands. Having cuts and scrapes and stuff on your fingertips can really make your day seem like it lasts 20 hours. I would recommend the Newmarket gloves to pretty much anybody that wears gloves or needs a pair of gloves. I know there's different designs. They pretty much have a glove that fit your needs.